Welcome back to MidEast In-Depth. Today our focus shall be on Iran. Former Foreign Secretary Jack Straw comments in the Daily Telegraph that for the greater good, Tehran must be allowed to keep some of its nuclear capability. Straw suggests that if the meeting between David Cameron and Hassan Rouhani earlier this week presages a recognition that common interests between the UK and Iran on regional security, bilateral relations and the nuclear issue should override historic difficulties, its consequences will be very significant indeed. He continues, today faced with a common threat from ISIL, the dynamics of the Middle East are changing. Old enmities are being put aside, new if informal alliances forming. This week, alongside Mr. Cameron's bilateral meeting, Iran and Kuwait have open political discussions. He admits Iran's governmental system ticks a few boxes in a list of Western democratic norms. Nonetheless, the appetite of ordinary Iranians for normality with the West has been whetted by the relative domestic progress, which Mr. Rouhani's government has made, with the economy stabilizing, the currency up, and inflation down. He adds, opinion polling suggests that the Iranian people do want a deal on the nuclear program, but not at any price. Crucially, no Iranian leader could sign away Iran's international treaty rights to civil nuclear power and survive. In my view, allowing Iran to maintain a significant proportion of its existing centrifuges under international supervision is essential. And finally, he states, if Britain wants to see its influence with Iran at least equal to that of major EU states, it needs to make rapid progress in fully re-establishing our embassy in Tehran and the Iranian embassy in London. In the Gulf News, Joseph A. Kechichian comments on the Saudi-Iranian meeting of minds and asks, are the two countries on the threshold of a new era? He states, notwithstanding sharp political differences, especially over Iraq and Syria, Saudi-Iranian officials adopted conciliatory tones with the election of Hassan Rouhani. A few months ago, Saudi's Foreign Minister Al-Faisal declared, Iran is a neighbor, we have relations with them, and we will negotiate with them, and we will talk with them. He adds, observers were giddy of the change. Unlike thaws between any two bitter rivals, this one goes beyond the quest for regional influence and includes ideological schisms. Indeed, one could envisage potential coolings of the political and military struggles underway in Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and from Riyadh's perspective in neighboring Bahrain and Yemen, all of which can be positive. He adds, there was little doubt that Sunni Saudi Arabia and Shiite Iran long supported competing factions in Arab countries, though what the Iranians seldom recognized was that they were mere intruders because they were not Arabs. He continues, equally important was Saudi Arabia's perceptions of what Iran fomented among Bahraini Shiites, as well as the sect's minority in the eastern province. Iran's determined quest for a nuclear capability, whose primary target is the kingdom, further fueled suspicions. He concludes that time will tell whether the current thaw will have an impact on the coalition fighting extremists throughout the region. The dramatic meeting between Saudi and Iran was a good omen. It was a meeting of minds, not the making of a new alliance, with the ball now in Iran's court to work with moderate Arab states and distance itself from extremists. For more updates, please visit levant.tv. and subscribe to MidEast In-Depth on iTunes. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.